What's up, guys, and welcome to the show. So I figured I'd do a video on dog sitting. That's right, babysitting dogs. Now, a lot of people say that it's easy to babysit dogs and dog sit and stuff like that. It's not so much fun. Not as much fun as people say or think. We've been watching a lot of dogs lately, and let me tell you, I've been super exhausted. Like, I've never been more exhausted in my life than I have been when we've been watching dogs. Just because, like, basically, it's like you get certain dogs that just, like, I don't know if it's just the stress of them being in a different environment or what, but they shit in your goddamn house all the time. And you gotta wake up, like, every like hour or two to let these dogs out, and then you got to clean up crap all the time and clean up pee. This one dog literally shit about like I had to clean up about like 15 turds in this house, and the floor was literally like flooded in pee. And this was in a span, like, I let the dog out at 1 in the morning, and I got up at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning to let him out again, and there was that much crap and piss everywhere. The next day, I like covered the floor in like newspapers and stuff, but of course he ended up going to the bathroom where there was no paper. Go figures. It was the only places that there was no toilet paper, or no paper let down on the floor, was the only places that he would go crap. Like, go figure on that one, right? But and then the dogs that are not used to being here, of course, they get loud and stuff, and you can't sleep because they wake you up because they're constantly pacing, walking around, like just they keep you up at night and stuff. So it's a definitely a tough gig. Dog sitting. It's not as easy as people think. Like, people think like, oh, hey, I get to cuddle with some animals. No, not how it is. It's not how it goes. But it's awesome because you get to meet new dogs, you get to see new dogs. It definitely is a cool, like, pretty cool thing to do. You get attached to the dogs as well, because it's definitely not their fault that they crap and piss in your house. It happens, but the fact is that it happens, and you got to deal with it, and you got to clean it up and stuff. So dog sitting is definitely no walk in the park, as they do say. But yeah. So I don't know, that's just like the whole thing. You gotta constantly let them out and everything, and they constantly go through like just the stress of being in a different environment and stuff like that. But yeah, but of course, if you're an animal lover, you don't mind it, which I don't mind it, but it's exhausting after you've done it for a while. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of it here lately, and I'm pretty exhausted from it. But what are you gonna do, right? You just love it. But I figured I'd make a video on kind of like the reality of dog sitting and stuff like that, and the fact that it's hard work because you gotta constantly, it's not hard work, but you gotta constantly let the dog out, you gotta constantly clean up after it, you gotta, constantly walk it and give it attention and stuff like that. And if you already have like your own animals, it kind of like adds to it because you got to give your own animals attention and affection, as well as give these animals that are in your house, as your dog sitting and stuff, you got to give them attention and everything as well. So it definitely adds to it for sure. But yeah, anyway, that's just a video, guys, on what dog sitting is really like. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all very much, and like always, I'll check you in the next video.